Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Hi, Candy. Hi, Cody Son. Hi, 44 Mac Guy. Hi, Big D. Hi, Buddy. Hi, Dan. Monica. Hi. Cody Son. Hi. James. Hi. Night Girl. Hi. How's everybody doing? It has not been the bestest day in the world for me, but Hey, cichlids. Well, it could have been better. I burned up my vacuum cleaner, and I'm going to have to buy another one. And I can't afford one, but I have to have one because, German Shepherd, he sheds a lot. I got to have a vacuum cleaner. So that's not good. And I hate to even say this, and you guys got to understand that Buddy is getting old faster than I want him to. And today, when I went to put him outside, he said he had to go outside, and he peed in front of the door. He couldn't, just the time it took me to get up from the chair and get to the door. And Buddy never does that. He never does that. So I know it's because he's not got as good a control of himself as he used to. And he felt so bad. I wanted to cry because he felt so bad. I just cleaned it up. I didn't yell at him or anything because you can't, because he's freaking getting old, But it makes me sad. And like I say, in the 11 years, he doesn't go to the bathroom in the house ever. He'll hold it forever. Now he can't. So I am upset about that. Not mad at Buddy because it's not his fault, but upset because it's just another sign that he's getting old and he's not going to be around that much longer. And that makes me very sad. Yeah, he's still a good boy. He's always a good boy. He'd never do something like that on purpose. He just couldn't hold it long enough to get out the door. And then Megan came over today. My daughter came over today, and she took him outside, and she was absolutely shocked at what a hard time he had getting up the stairs into the house again. And I told her, I told you, he's getting old, and he's getting old fast. But he's still my good boy, aren't you, buddies? Aren't you, buddies? So anyway, so that's what's going on with me. That's what's going on with the Buddy. Buddy, say hi. Say hi, Buddy. He's still at on cookie. Have a cookie, then go lay down. Anyway, so that's what's going on with me. My vacuum cleaner burned out, and Buddy had a little accident, which he never has. So yeah, cookie time already. Go lay down. You can get some more later. So how was everybody else's day? I got so much dog hair all over the place. And I started using my vacuum cleaner and the motor burned up. So, yeah, I got to go get a vacuum cleaner. Because I cannot do without one. I know it sucks, Cody, and it just totally sucks. Hi, Fancy Tail. Hi, Melvin. Hi, Jess. You're watching Orange is New Black? No, vacuum cleaners are not cheap. I know it's going to come out of the money that I had for the rent, but I have to have one. Yeah, Patreon will kick in here pretty quick. And thank you to everybody that's on my Patreon. And I got some boxes that I still got to go over to my mailbox and pick up, but I'm going to be doing a opening on them. And I think Ginger sent me another box of art supplies too, and Jess sent some, but I got to go pick those up. I've been kind of like down this week, this last week. I think it's I I don't know. I was talking to Jess and she said it sounded like I was a little bit depressed or something. So I decided, I have to make myself get out of the house, join the living world once in a while. Yeah, I did take a walk, and Megan came over today, and I've been like tearing my house apart, doing like spring type cleaning, which is going to make me feel better too. I've been sleeping all week, like sleeping way too much. I don't feel depressed, but it's just all I've been doing is sleeping. So I guess that's a form of depression. I don't know. So anyway, yep. But I kind of kicked myself in the butt today and said, no, we're not going to do this. We got too much to get done. I got artwork to do, bills to pay. I can't afford to be sleeping all the time. Hi, Maria. Yeah, cleaning helps because if your house looks, like I deep cleaned the kitchen today, like underneath the cupboards and under the table, around the corners, and I feel a lot better. I was started on the living room and the damn vacuum cleaner broke. So I'll go get a vacuum tomorrow and finish up the living room tomorrow. Back to school. It's not back to school yet, is it? God dang, the summer's going too fast. I know it's going to be August 1st, but don't most kids go back to school like the end of August? Oh, hi, Crystal. 2 more weeks. Wow, that's coming up fast. Yeah, 3 weeks sounds a little bit better. But still, it's like, I know being a mother, you got to start like school shopping for clothes and all that crap here pretty quick too. I got to behave myself on my language and stuff better, don't I? Hi, Diva. Okay. Are you on vacation yet, Diva, or was it this weekend that you're going? Aren't you going to DC? August 7th. Oh my God, that's early. It's this coming up weekend, isn't it? Like, aren't you like leaving Friday or something? Hi, Kevin. And I'm not surprised that you farted. We can all smell it like coming out of our computers. Anyway, so how's everybody's fishies and stuff doing? Because I haven't had the best week. I was kind of like down a little bit and sleeping too much. And then I lost a bunch of fish in one tub. I think what happened is one of them died because they were fine one night when I fed them. And the next morning, all the fish in the tub were dead. All of them. And the only thing but there was like, when I was like cleaning it up, there was like one of them that was half a fish and all the other ones looked like they had just died. So I'm thinking that one of them died and had an pneumonia spike. And if I would have changed the water the night before, I probably would have saved him. But I looked at the water and I thought, oh, I'm going to, I'm going to do these tubs in the morning. And it was too late. Hi, Merritt. So, yeah, wasn't the best this week as far as that goes either. Like I say, I got to talk about something else because like Buddy's kind of got me down and the whole thing. But like I say, cleaning house and stuff, I'll start feeling better here. And I felt better today once I started like digging in and stuff because, when your house is all clean, you feel better. In all the corners and get rid of all cobwebs and dust and stuff. Oh, okay. Good night. I know you get up really early in the morning. So you have a good day tomorrow, and I'll probably see you tomorrow night. I know I missed a bunch of last week. I missed a bunch of live streams too because I took naps, and I never take naps. So yeah, I think everything's just kind of getting me right now. Wondering if I was stupid for quitting my job and all that stuff, and then Buddy having problems really upsets me. And yeah, I got myself a tea tonight, but when it's gone, I'll probably have coffee. It is peace tea and it's snowberry, which is the best one. It's gas station tea, but the snowberry is really good. Harder to find than a lot of the other flavors, but it's good. School will be in Florida next week. Oh my God. Buddy's laying down right now. He came and got some cookies a little bit earlier. Hey, Bob. Yeah, I'm not going to give up. It's just, I just had a bad week. I guess we all have bad weeks sometimes. I just had a bad week and just kind of let everything get to me. But you just kick yourself in the butt, pull up your big girl panties, and away we go again, right? Hi, Ed. How are you? I got 2 new tanks sitting there that I got to get them set up this week. Megan's going to come over. She came over today, but I was busy cleaning up the kitchen. But going to get the shelves and stuff ready and have her help me move tanks this week, later on in the week. She said she'd come over later on. I'll show you they're all sorry for making you dizzy. You see the rugs on top of them over there by the kitchen table? That is 2 brand new 40 breeders. And actually, the tub of fish that I lost was supposed to go in one of them, but we will just have to figure out something else, I guess. Oh, you got 6 to install tomorrow. Nice. On 20 highs, nice. Nice. I got a 20 high and a 5-gallon and 10-gallon on my kitchen table that needs to be moved. When I set up the stand, my daughter will help me move them. And then I've got on my desk, my art desk, there's another 20 high with an axolotl in it. That's got to get moved to the shelf, so I have that desk. So I will have my kitchen table and my desk back. And then there's a 29 and a 10-gallon that got to go too. So all the smaller tanks are going to go up on the top shelves. Because I'm going to, instead of like I did on this one where I got it all stacked up with shelves, I'm going to divide it and have 2 lower shelves. So there's like 2 shelves on each. Bottom's going to be 40 breeders and the top's going to be small tanks. So I've got another 29-gallon and a 10-gallon that got to go up there too. And then the 40 breeders will go on the bottom. Hi, Anthony. Hi, V-Stag. And I hope I didn't miss anybody else coming in while I'm blabbing away. Hi, Shishi. Hi, HK Letterman. Hope I said that right. I haven't seen you in here before. Yeah, I put some new art up, but for the first week, it's only patrons can see it. And then after like a week, I'll like open it up to where everybody can see it. But there's a couple there that show for everybody. But the new ones that I just posted, only patrons can see. Because that was one of my deals, is anybody who's a patron gets first choice on anything. So I did that. But like say in a week, I'll open it up to where everybody can see them. And I got my Instagram kind of going. I'm still kind of figuring it out. Oh, you didn't see it, Dan? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I put up 3 pieces. Hi, Bear Callie. Yeah, the swan, actually, it's I've never even put it in a gallery or anything. It is in my storage unit, which I'm going to be emptying out this next month because I paid for one more month, but I want to get it empty before next month's bill comes around. Well, Bob, just let me know. I kind of cut you a bit of a deal on it because you're my friend. Yeah, the swan's a big painting candy, and it's nice. It's a trumpeter swan. It's called Trumpeter of Spring. Yay, I'm so good with names. But it's a big painting. It's like 22 by 28, and it's all framed and everything. But the price on the swan, I'd have to think about it. You'd get a different price than anybody else. I know Bob's a meanie, but still, he's my friend. But yeah, the swan's like a 22 by 28 oil painting on canvas, and it's got a nice big frame on it. Oh, you're going to start acrylic painting? That's neat. Acrylics, I'm not fond of acrylics, but Pam likes her guys mean. Thank you, Sushi. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, acrylics. I'm not fond of acrylics for two reasons. They don't really fit my style. They're a little bit too like acrylic is basically like plastic, and it's a little bit too hard and shiny for my taste. I like the oil paintings as they dry get a nice depth to them that you cannot duplicate with acrylics, but they have their own look and they're nice. And the other reason, the main reason I don't like acrylics is because I'm too damn slow. It's like I've tried acrylic painting before, but yeah, I'll like squeeze it out on the palette and be painting away, sitting back, looking, deciding what I want to do, and the paint's dry. Oh, you want an invoice? Okay, I can do that. I can definitely do that. Yeah, the shipping would be probably $75. But I'll let you know how much it is. I'd have to sit and figure it out, which I'm not going to do right now. But I'll send you I'll send you a quote on Facebook, and I'll let you know because, like I said, I just have to sit and figure it out and look back, see how much the frame cost me and stuff. But yeah, it would be a good idea if you wanted it for me to bring it with me because shipping would be expensive, and especially since it's got a big heavy frame on it. Yeah, if Bob gets a sparrow, that will help. I'll need to yeah, I'll do a PayPal has an invoice thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a vacuum tomorrow, and that just sucks. That just sucks, buddy. I don't want to have to buy another vacuum for your darn hair. But I cannot live without a vacuum because you shed like a son of a gun. You do. There is white hair all over the house. And look, do you think he cares? Do you care that you have shed all over the house? Do you? Are you upset about it? There's white hair everywhere. I don't think you even care. They know I don't care. I don't care. Hi, Anthony. Vacuums do suck. That's kind of their thing. Yes, Jess. Yes, they do. Unfortunately, mine doesn't suck. That's the problem. Is it won't even turn on now. It won't suck. Cookie for the buddy. We have a cookie for the buddy. Sit. Gotta sit. You won't be getting any more fish till September, but you're getting turtles, turtle supplies, etc. I got a couple turtles. Hi, Pitsotics. Yep, I know. You can't help it. There's just hair everywhere. And Shepherd's shed really bad. And about the time he's done, usually I have maybe 3 weeks break when he's finally done shedding his winter coat. Then fall will hit and he'll start shedding his summer coat to get in his winter coat. Because German Shepherds do that. They shed twice a year. And then I'll be months with him shedding his summer coat. So I just figure I have to have a vacuum cleaner. I just have to. That's the way it goes. You're seeing a lot more baby shrimp since you started your snail eviction process. Oh, well, I know snails won't eat the baby shrimp because they're too slow and the baby shrimp move out of their way. But they will eat the same food, so I can understand that. Oh my God, you have ants in your fish room? Any advice on what to use? Yes, I do actually. Go on to Amazon. Hang on, I'll post a link. Wait a sec, I gotta put my cigarette. Oh my God, I did not have my ashtray. What am I gonna do? I'll just have to hold on to it for a minute and run and get an ashtray. But hold on, because I can't really pronounce this. So instead, I'm just gonna post a link. Okay, that's what I got when I got sugar ants. And it kills everything. Anything that crawls on the ground, it's going to kill. So hold on. Let me copy and paste. Okay, that is what I recommend getting because it's not going to hurt your fish any. It's but it's like they used to make filters with it. Oh yeah, Dan's got it. That's what I posted. Dan was a diatomaceous earth. Yeah, don't breathe into dust. Get food grade and put it around the corners and stuff. And hi, Amber. And the thing is, the ants or whatever bugs can't cross it without slicing themselves up. It's like crossing a field of glass to any bugs. Yeah, exactly, Dan. Which is what I posted. I posted the food grade. But yeah, they can't. If you make a little line all around, especially where the ants are coming from, when they crawl across it, it cuts them up and they die. Because I was having trouble in my kitchen with getting sugar ants, and I just put some in the corners and stuff, and that ended that. Yeah, if that makes any sense. Anyway, yeah, Dan was on it too, but yeah, that's what I was going to recommend. Dan was a diatomaceous earth. And it is non-toxic, but you don't want to breathe it in. You want to get food grade for sure, since you're putting it in the fish room. But the thing is they used to make filters out of that stuff years ago, so it is not going to hurt. Ginger, what did you do? I got to look and see what Ginger did. Oh, that hasn't showed up yet. So, oh, there it is. Oh, thank you, Ginger. Oh my God, you guys are so nice to me. Thank you, Ginger. And once again, you're always way too good to me. Yep, we covered it from both sides, Dan. Oh, hi, Passion. How are you? How is the little baby doing? The baby rat, how's it doing? Oh, it's a lot for me right now, Ginger. Believe me, it's a lot for me. And you need to send me. Have you had a chance to look for more kitty pictures yet? Hi, Alien. Oh no, I'm sorry, Passion. That's sad. I thought she was going to make it. It looked like she was getting better. But sorry to hear that. I know it has not been the best week in the world all around, I'm telling you. And my buddy. Yeah, rats are really smart. Megan used to have some. What's the matter, buddy? Huh? He says, I'm not just looking at you for the fun of it. I want something. Cat duty calls. Okay. You have 6 rats hanging out in the bathtub. Oh, I know the feeling, Sushi. I still have to take my truck in and get it fixed. But um, it's looking like my daughter might and her boyfriend might go up to Billings with me. In which case, we'll definitely take her car because she's got a newer car than me. Treats, treats, treats. Hi, Kiwi. So anybody that doesn't know, we're doing a little camping thing at the Billings campground, the KOA in Billings. And it's going to be September 13th, 14th, and 15th. And we got a few trips planned. Tentatively, you don't have to go on the trips if you don't want to. But we got 1-day trip planned kind of over Beartooth Pass and into Yellowstone Park if we have time. Because Beartooth Pass by itself is a pretty full day. But we might try to make it into the park. And then we're going to go, one day we're going to go see the bears at the bear sanctuary, the grizzly bears. And on the way home, we're going to swing through the other end of the park, Yellowstone. And there's a very short hike to some hot springs that you can like sit in and relax. So we're going to do that. And yep, Candy just posted the Facebook page, so let us know if you want to come. Oh, I hate losing a big fish like a flower horn. I've never had a flower horn, but I know I lost one of my golf ball pearl scales, and it broke my heart because they're just like big puppy dogs. Does anybody have happy news tonight? You have happy news? Good. Good, good. Let's hear it. You have happy news, but it's classified. That's not fair. Like I say, it's been a bad week for me, so I want to hear something good. Oh, nice, Bob. 125 gallons. What are you going to put in it? Is it going to be a salt water or fresh water? And she's got some happy news. Yeah, heat does make people mean. I'm meaner than hell because it's hot here. And I'm just mean today. It's going to be salt water, cool, and bigger fish. Nice. I know. Who would yell at Candy? Oh, that's great, Maria. That's good. Oh, that is so cute, Amelia Kate. Nice. So you're an auntie. Gotta love the babies. Lionfish, yeah, that's what I was just going to ask him too, if he was going to get a lionfish. Troll for hire. He'd be a good one too. He would definitely get it done, Candy. Oh, you spotted your fish? That's good though. And I know I heard your son got married. That's cool. Nixon swallow a football. Okay, so you're not getting a lionfish. Are you going to get like a snowflake eel? Oh, I not know, Jane. I don't know if I caught you earlier or not. Yes, I know I'm smoking on camera. You want to do a pond and tub outside in your yard? Nice. Summer's getting short. You better hurry up. Monica set up a 10-gallon. Cool. It should be against the rules to type in all caps at Candy. Not no, Jane, that is not allowed. I would just have to time you out if you say that again. Yay, Jess. I know, who would get mad at Aquarium Co-op? It's like the every time I order anything from them, it's just like bam, bam, and out the door and on the way. And yeah, they always pack good and the plants always look good. The 40 is going to be a coral tank. I can't wait to see that. I love those corals and those anemones that you got. That anemone that walks all over the place. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it might be fishy biz because you just never know. Oh, that's cool, Jess. You got a Senegal biter today? Oh my gosh, I'm very jealous. Oh, thank you, Shishi, and have a good night. And good luck with the acrylics. Like I say, you just got to work fast with them. I work too slow and they dry out on me. He was under a cave in a rock, huh? Yep, he's traveling all over. You should name him Odin. Odin the anemone. You had something weird happen in Corey's stream, huh? You would think he would, Ginger, as long as the Oscars don't decide that they don't like him. Yeah, Odin's a good name. You should name him Odin. Yeah, what happened, Candy? Linus for the baby dog face pepper. Yep, yep. Ginger, how many of the rice fish did you want? Because you're first on the list, and Bob is second. And I lost some of the babies before I got them moved into a tank. So I've got some that are almost ready, like a couple more weeks and they'll be ready. And then I've got a whole bunch of little babies, like probably at least 30 in a tub. Oh, wow. I saw, when I was in there, Candy, I saw you say it looks like we have an imposter, but I scrolled up and I didn't see anything. So that's weird, huh? Somebody took your name. I would think that they wouldn't let there be duplicate names. You know, it's like trying to set a password. Sorry, you've used that one before. Sorry, it's not long enough. You need to add a number. It has to have at least one number and one symbol, and somebody else has that name, or somebody else has that password. So that's not cool. I'm surprised that they were able to do that. Huh, that's weird, Candy. Hmm. It was from another dimension. Candy from another dimension. You're such a spoiled dog. Sit down. Sit. Sit. Okay, Maria. Thanks for stopping in. Candyverse. An evil candy would be scary. I just dropped out of the chat. I got to go back and rewatch it because I wanted to go watch Dan and Dion catch his stream. So, and Corey's wasn't done yet, so I didn't stay for the whole thing. Custom aquarium backgrounds. I actually have. I'm going to be doing a fish painting for someone. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. I think this month. Seems like there was something else I was going to mention, but hell if I don't know what it was. Because, I'm getting old. And everybody's saying goodnight, Maria. Maria's such a sweetie. Oh, yeah, but it'd be too expensive if I did that, Jess, because my drawings and paintings are expensive. So the best way to do it is if I did one and then made prints, because you wouldn't want to put a real drawing behind the tank, because if it got wet and got ruined, it would be a very sad thing. Welcome back, Merritt. Oh, you're heading out too, Cichlids? Okay. See you tomorrow. I have not seen it yet, but I'm going to. It's like up in my reminders, but I haven't watched it yet because I was trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with my vacuum cleaner, but it's just not going to come back on again. So I got all sweaty and angry, and actually I didn't get angry because it is what it is. Okay, good night, Melvin. Hi, Annie. How are you? Doing okay. It hasn't been the best week, but it'll get better. It was my own fault. It wasn't the best week. I just kind of let myself get down. But I'm already feeling better today. So, what was I starting to say? Oh, I was going to ask Ginger, how many rice fish do you want? That's what I was starting out because my rice fish, the ones they're getting close to being ready to go because I got them in a 10-gallon tank and they're babies and they aren't very big. They're still really little. And I was sitting at the table today watching them, and one of them was carrying a big batch of eggs. It's little tiny. I mean, they are barely over half an inch long, and she had a bunch of eggs. So that's yeah. They're just about ready to go. 6 to 12, a good size. I started with six. Six is a good number. Jess, I did not get cheered up because your bed has died. You're so mean. So yeah, probably six would be good. I would suggest six, anyways. So I think that there's enough there to where I can send you and Bob some here pretty quick, and then got the next batch coming up. And I know there's a few other people that I'll have to look through my emails, but there's a few other people that want some of them. Jess ate them. She followed the recipes and she ate them. Okay, Dan. What is everybody's bucket fish? I have some baby rice fish in a tub right now. Does that count as a bucket? Oh, oh good, Big D. Sit down, take a break. Yeah, it does suck that Jess lost a couple fish. I lost some fish yesterday. A Hawaiian dragon Mori eel. Sounds awful fancy. Mine, of course, everybody knows what mine is. I want the royal green, Indian royal green pipefish, which I shall have one day. Oh, you lost the large rainbow? Yeah, the ones that I lost in my tub. Oh my God. I have been raising these rainbow fish for a year, waiting in a great big tub, waiting to get a tank for them, which I have the tanks now, and I freaking lost everything in the tub. And there was 9 rainbow fish and 3 starlight plecos that started out like probably less than a half an inch long, and they were like 4 or 5 inches. And I lost everything. Yeah. So yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. But that was the plans for one of the 40 breeders was going to be for those guys, but I lost them all. Lost everything in the tub. So I got to rethink what I want to do with one of the 40 breeders. Yeah, it sucked. I was not a happy camper. Was not a happy camper. The turtles are full of shit. Yeah, they're doing great. The turtles are good. The turtles are good. And my other bucket fish is the honey blue-eyed rainbow fish. And oh my god, I want them so bad. But they are on the red list in Australia, which means they're on their endangered species list, and they cannot be shipped out of the country. So my only hope, and it's been that way for like 10 years, so my only hope for ever getting any is if I could find somebody here that has had them for at least 10 years. But that's not looking like a real good possibility. But yeah, that's the other fish that's on my bucket list, and it's kind of like going to be extremely difficult to find them. And that's why Aquamate on his stream the other night, like, was showing a tank that, yeah, he was showing a tank of them. I think it is. Let me look. He was showing a tank of them that he'd seen and laughing at me because he knows I want them really bad and I can't get them because they can't be shipped out of the country. Tiny blue-eyed rainbow fish. If I could spell, I would be doing good. Yeah, it's the Pseudomugal mellis, yeah. And they are so pretty. I love them. And they're tiny too. So right up my alley. Oh no, Ginger. Oh, that's basically what happened to me. I had all these rainbow fish and 3 plecos in a tub, and just the whole tub crashed. And I know what happened. Well, you never know for sure what happened, but there was 9 rainbow fish in there, and when I started pulling out bodies, one of them, there was only one of those rainbow fish was half gone, and the other ones looked like they had just died. Everything else looked like it had just died. So I'm thinking that the one rainbow fish died and set off an ammonia spike, and everything died. You were drooling over the brackish pseudomugals. I got to look that up. I'm going to copy it and see what they look like. I bet they're pretty. Let me see. Oh, those guys are pretty too, yeah. I remember reading something about those guys. Oh, yeah, those are really pretty. Yeah, I remember reading something about the brackish water ones and how pretty they were. Was it, I think Dan, the fishmonger Dan, was talking about them on a stream one night, how pretty they were. Exactly, Bob. That's, yeah. And what sucks is the night before when I was feeding them, I looked down at the tub and I thought I should clean that tub tomorrow. I'll have to clean that one. And the next morning they were all gone. If I would have gotten off my ass and cleaned them before I went to bed, I probably wouldn't have lost all of them. So it was entirely a user error on my part. And this one was especially hard to see into because I had the top all covered with plastic too, so that the rainbow fish wouldn't jump out. I have red-eared sliders, Melvin, and they like to be warmer. They can take cooler water though. Like in the wintertime, they'll go semi-dormant if you don't have a heater in with them. Like it's not going to hurt them any to drop down into like this upper 60s, but they're more active and eat more when their water's like in the 70s. I think like 76 is about ideal for them, but I usually don't put a heater in the wintertime, and the water will get like 65, 64, 65, and they do fine, and they'll eat a little bit, just not as much as during the summer when the water's warmer. It was 80 degrees here today, Candy, and I about died, but it wasn't just the temperature, it was 80 degrees with overcast and thunderstorms and a little bit of drizzle, so it was just muggier than hell today. But yeah, Billings gets a lot hotter. And Billings doesn't cool off real good because of the cliffs on both sides of it. So it stays hot at night. Whereas here, it got up to 80 today, but I bet the temperature's already dropping here. Yeah, it's 60 degrees here right now and dropping. So, and I think tomorrow it's only supposed to get up into like 72 or 73, which is going to be a nice little break. You just had a cold spell in Norway, huh? 78 is nice. See, that's not bad. If it stays below 80, I'm happy. But I can't complain too much because I think so far this summer there's been one day that it got up to 90 degrees. That's the hottest it's been. So, but 80 degrees, I don't like 80 degrees either. I'd prefer it to stay down. Yeah, muggy, rainy, and humid. That's the way it was here. It was only 80, but it was rainy and muggy and humid and just not a pleasant day at all. What kind of turtles are you going to get, Melvin? Below 60 for a few days? That sounds actually wonderful to me right now. My favorite is in the fall when it's like 62, 65 degrees. That's my favorite time of year. It's a fly over here. It's because I had the door open today because it was so hot. Yeah, that would feel good. I would not complain about that at all. Why are you laying on the floor instead of your bed, buddy? Huh? Why are you laying on the floor instead of your bed? You should be laying on your bed. You just have this feeling you're going to get another cookie, don't you? So I guess I'll give him another cookie. Here, a cookie. Yep, he's slumming it. Never been so happy to be cold before, yeah. Water pigs, yep. One more, and then you gotta go lay down on your bed, okay? One more cookie. Oh, that's a broken cookie. You want a whole cookie, don't you? Sit down. Sit. Sit. Okay, so who else has good stuff going on? Yep, he's a working it. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I just wish he wasn't getting old. Oh no, it has heater burn? Darn it. You have chocolate covered M&Ms with almonds. Oh my God. You didn't have to tell us about that. I haven't eaten dinner yet. And a while ago, I put a burrito in the oven, so I might switch you guys over to Tank for a while so I can eat while I'm talking. Because that's kind of rude of me, I know. You're siliconing your 55? Good, good. I know you said the other day you had all the old silicone off of it. Yep, I'm gonna eat it pretty soon because like I haven't eaten today, so I'm hungry just thinking about it. Oh, good, Jess. Oh. Oh, that's right. You got to go to work pretty quick. I forget about the time difference. Okay, what did I do with all the cord? There's the cord. I'm going to move the camera and go grab my burrito and eat it real quick. Huh, buddy? Oh, let me see. Is that the camera? Yep, that's the camera. There's Buddy laying on his bed. There's Buddy on his bed. Ugh. Of course, the fish aren't doing anything right now. But I'll put a little bit of food in there. If I can remember where I put the food. But I'm going to grab my food first anyway. Okay. Oh, there's the food. There's food. Yeah. No, this is not for Buddy. This is for me. The tank is not exciting. The fish are all down at the end. Hey, Haley, how are you? Hi, Reels. Excuse me, everyone, if you can hear me eating. I know this stream is moving slow, Kevin. You got to start talking. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm kind of trying to eat dinner here. Taking my shoes off. Are you driving, Kevin, or are you home? You have no energy to steal shrimp. Can a goldfish eat a ram's horn, snail, shell, and all and be okay? If it doesn't get stuck in its throat, if it already swallowed it, it should be fine. Usually, if they have trouble with it, it's because they choke on it and can't get it out of their throat. Do you have a tank ready for the rice fish, Ginger and Bob? Because I think probably a couple more weeks and they'll be ready. They're going to be small and unsexed, but they're starting to breed already. So pretty soon, they're growing fast now. Yeah, I've got mine in a tin. They do good in a tin. Dwarf stag will grow anywhere, I swear to God. Okay, cool. I knew you meant tub. um, like I say, they're going to be small. I'm going to wait a couple weeks and then send them. They're going to be small, but the darn things are already laying eggs. So I'm thinking that I should get them sent here pretty quick. But they're about half the size of an adult or less. But yeah, I can send them out pretty quick. Shoot, didn't I puffers? Oh man, I'd love to have some of them. I have 240 breeders, Kevin, that are sitting in my kitchen right now, waiting for me to get a rack set up this week to put them on. And then I'm going to have 240 breeders to mess around with. That sounds good, Ginger. Like I say, if nothing else, they'll finish growing out in it. But I saw one of them had a bunch of eggs this morning, so. Um, I don't know, Kevin. Maybe 28. I know I haven't seen Jesse for a couple weeks. Or Carson was here a week or two ago, but I haven't seen Jesse for a couple weeks. Yeah, I still have some dwarf sag to sell. Probably out of the tank you're looking at, that's all dwarf sag in there. Plus, I've got 2 other tanks that are full of it too. Just send me an email. I'm always generous with my plants too. Like, for not much money, you get a pretty big bunch. That sounds perfect, Big D. I really would not mind getting a couple of those buffers either, but yeah, you just let me know. Okay, Ginger, I can definitely do that. Let me know if you want any Java moss too, because I've got a bunch of it. Well, that sounds cool, Bob. Well, if you let it dry, I think if you let it dry like for at least a week, you won't get that much chemicals leaching out of it unless you use the wrong kind of silicone. But I think once you get it re-silicone, you need to let it sit for at least a week and get totally dry. I don't know what a sandpuffer looks like, but they sound cute. Yeah, that's what I've heard 40 from that guy. Some people want to fill them up like a day or two after they finish it, but you got to let them sit for a while. You'll have some Baileys, please. I wish I had some. I'm out of it right now. Yeah, I got a tank sitting in my bathroom right now that is getting fixed up for some mud skippers. I think I'm going to film it because I'm going to take and um, I found a piece of styrofoam from out of a box, a shipping box, and I just got to trim the end off of it. And then and it kind of has a slope to it and stuff. And I think I'm going to just cover it with silicone and then dip it in the sand so that it's like a little sandbar for him. But I've got everything ready and I've got everything in sitting back there. But I need to stop and get some silicone and do that. But I've got like a turtle filter to put in there for him so it'll make a waterfall. And got the salt sitting there and one of the little refractor things or whatever they are that you measure the salinity with. I got one of them to make brackish water. So pretty soon I'm going to be asking Jesse to send me the mud skippers. Orange and black shrimp with orange eyes. That sounds cool. Your fish are really pretty, Kevin, but I drives me crazy to watch cichlids fight, which is why I don't get any cichlids, because I like to watch fish swimming around peacefully in schools and stuff. It drives me nuts to watch it, which is why I won't get angelfish again either, because all they did was fight. Now, discus I might get again, but they did a little bit of fighting, but not as bad as the angelfish. But I had discus for quite a few years, and they were pretty cool. But if I ever get discus again, I want to get the wild type of discus. What are they called? Heckles or something like that? That's what I want. Is it heckles? Is that what they're called? The wild ones? Anyway, that's what I want. I'd want to do like a really heavily planted tank with some of the wild ones in it. Oh, you released him back out of his little cage into the tank. Okay, Big D. Yeah, something like that, Bob. I don't think I've heard anybody pronounce it. I've just seen it. But you know what I'm talking about, the wild caught ones. That's what I want. If I ever do this again, but I probably won't because I don't have room for a big tank anymore. Hey, Ed. Oh, nice. That sounds like fun. Haley was doing water changes earlier, so she missed Joseph's stream. I haven't seen for Jesse HC Aquatics. I haven't seen him in here for like a good month. I wonder if I ticked him off with something because I can do that. I think the last time I saw him was when I did the giveaway. He will have zero control over the radio on the road to Coachella. I don't blame you. He's got some rather boring taste in music. Boring is an understatement. I was just sitting here thinking it was kind of mean of me to say that. Oh, yes, it is, Ginger. So, oh, that's the other thing I was going to mention to you guys. Let's look in here. Hang on. Um, my mind just went blank. Oh my God, what was I? Oh, Dr. Black. That's what did it. I think I'm going to do my live stream on Wednesday nights because I rather enjoyed Dr. Black's live stream last night. It was a lot of fun. And the last few weeks, he's been like cutting his live stream short so he didn't interfere with mine. So I'm going to go ahead and I think just do my live streams on Wednesday nights. Yeah, it was an awesome live stream, and I don't want him to have to cut it off short because he will. If I'm streaming, he's going to end his early, and I kind of enjoyed last night, so I think I'm going to do mine on Wednesday night so that he has all of Tuesday night to do his. Yeah, it was a pretty awesome live stream, Haley. It was pretty cool, and his wife's singing was awesome too. It was really neat. They did some really good songs together. Hi, Tampa Tom. How are you? Oh, I'm gonna have to go get a vacuum tomorrow, and that just sucks so bad. Ugh. With the amount of dog hair that gets vacuumed out, it's supposed to be like a pet vacuum, and I always empty it and don't let it build up or anything, but it's still burned up. They seem to last like a year or so, and then they burn up. Well, that Jess, she deserves to be picked on. I was sitting here looking at the rice fish thinking now, Bob and Ginger, when I send your rice fish, like I said, I'm going to wait just a couple weeks and then send them when the weather looks good. They're going to be small and they aren't colored up yet. So, like I say, they're probably half the size of an adult right now, and they are not colored up yet. But I saw one of them like carrying around a bunch of eggs, so I'm gonna go ahead and send them pretty soon. But like I say, they won't be colored up yet. If you want me to wait, I will. Papa Tom says hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. He's laying on his bed again. Yeah, they'll grow fast, especially if you put them in an outside tub. I'm sure they'll grow real fast. And you might end up with some babies before the summer's over because, like I say, that one had eggs this morning. Yeah. Well, my adults do, but this surprised me, Candy, because these things aren't even half an inch long yet. I mean, they're really small, and I was like, oh my god, it like swam into the sunlight that was coming in through the window, and I was like, it's got like 5 or 6 eggs it's packing around, and it's like hardly big enough to carry them. But I'll get them sent in the next week or so, and then I've got a whole bunch of babies coming up for anybody else that wants some. You spilled Paragard on your T-shirt, and it's an odd color. I got a bunch of brine shrimp that I hatched out that after I'm done with this stream, I'll feed them. They love the brine shrimp, but I've got some new plants in a couple of tanks, so I'm probably going to get a Hydra outbreak, but I'll just deal with it. They're easy enough to get rid of. Okay, Ed, send me an email. There's still, I think, on the batch that's coming up now, I think I've got 2 people waiting for some, either 2 or 3 people, but there's still going to be plenty where I can do like 6 for a couple more people because there's a lot of them in there. So just send me an email and I'll put you on the list because, like I say, I got another batch that's coming up. I don't do huge production on them, but like I say, I just do some. And right now I've got some that are about a week and a half old, and I've probably got there's probably a good 30 in there. There might be more than that. But every time I want eggs, I just drop some moss in there and let it sit in the tank for a week and then collect it out. If I was going to be serious about it, I would have them in a bare tank with some breeding mops, and I'd probably get hundreds of eggs at once. But eh, the ones that I'm going to be sending you that are almost grown are, well, they're halfway grown. They're in a 10-gallon tank. The ones for you and Ginger. And then the babies that I've got are in a very large, probably at least a 10-gallon tub with a whole bunch of Java moss. Oh, I bet you were asking Candy if she was raising hers in the tank, huh? Are yours? Did you get some babies in the same tank as the adults, Candy, or did you start them up separately? Oh, you were asking me? Ah, in the tank that the babies are in that are almost ready to send, those just have, it's just sand bottom in that tank. And the tank that those adults are in, that's got all the plants that you're looking at right now, that is a mix of dirt and kitty litter topped with gravel. And then the fry that are the little tiny fry that are newly hatched, they're just, it doesn't have any substrate in that. It's just a tub with like 90% of the tub is filled up with Java moss. And it's got a sponge filter in it, a cycled sponge filter. And it had a heater in it, but I unplugged it for the summer because it's been plenty warm enough. They must have a good place to go in the tank, Candy, because I have seen babies in with my adults before, but they always get eaten. The adults always eat them. Yeah, I do, Ed. So, yeah, I can do that anytime. I just like restarted all my cultures today. I usually keep like 5 or 6 going, and I just like restarted them all. The rice fish eat a lot of microworms. Ah, Candy, that's cool. Okay, that sounds good, Ed. Yeah, yep. I'm hoping they'll be big enough to start shipping and stuff before winter hits. So that would be good for the microworms too. Okay, you're asking me not to let you forget. Remember, I'm an old lady. I forget stuff fast, but I'll try to remember. Or I'll just mention it. Probably what I'll do is just say it on the live stream. Anybody that wanted microworms, let me know now. Or wanted rice fish, let me know now because they're about big enough. But the batch that's about big enough now, like say half of them are going to go to Bob and the other half to Ginger. So it's kind of a small batch because I ended up losing part of them. Hi, Aquafunk. Hello and good night. Get your sleep. You're old, you need your sleep. Are you okay, buddy? You okay? You want one more cookie? One more cookie for the buddies. Go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, so who has other good stuff going on? The girls are running you ragged, yeah. Well, your baby's not very old yet, so yeah. And you're old too. And I can say that because I'm really old. buddy, you are eating too many cookies tonight. Sit down. It's the last one. Go lay down. Good night, Aquafunk. Oh. Oh, I feel better. The nasty undergarment came off. Hi, Chewy. Oh yeah, I didn't see him either. Actually, he wasn't on. He wasn't in dance stream either, was he? I was gone out of that stream for a little bit, but no, my daughter has not picked a wedding date yet. I think it's a one of those money things. They're kind of waiting. But anyway, yeah, I missed part of Dan's stream because I had to run and get myself something to eat at the gas station. So I grabbed a burrito and some tea and came back again and just caught the end of it. Okay, 44 Mad Guy, thanks for stopping by. Oh, that's going to be fun, Anthony. Good night. Thanks for coming in. Everybody's leaving me. I might have to shut down the stream here pretty soon. It's kind of a quiet night anyway. Okay, welcome back, Big D. I did a couple tanks today, but I still have some more to do. Ugh, never ending story. I need to trim the grass in that tank too. The rice fish tank is getting pretty tall. Oh, so what should we talk about? I'm probably going to do another tank or two before I go to bed. Ah, that'd be cool, Ed. But like I said, they haven't picked the date yet, so. You got to do the 135 gallon, yeah? Oh, no, Ginger, that's too early. Yep, good night if you fall asleep, and thank you very much. Before I forget, thank you again. So I was trying to think of something that I haven't told you guys about before, but I'm getting old. So I've probably told you everything before. Uh, you're volunteering at the Ark tomorrow? Oh, yeah, that makes everything change. Tell us about the prison stint. I actually have never been in a jail before. I know that's going to shock you, but yeah. Oh, Ham in the big house. Yep, yep. Did I tell you guys about Megan getting, which actually isn't that funny? I fish life, but when I was living on Cape Cod and I was working at the mortgage company, yep, I let him live. I would, during the summertime when Megan was out of school, she was like 9 years old, and I'd take her to the my mind just went blank. The YMCA summer camp. They had a summer camp set up out in the woods with they had kayaking and canoeing and all that stuff, and she had a blast. Who here has been arrested? I have never been arrested. I probably came close a couple times, but no, not me. Dan, that doesn't surprise me. I came close to being arrested one time when I was at a party, a kegger. I think I told you guys about that. Oh no, we don't want to talk about being married. But anyway, the cops busted the party, but the first one out the door had the kegger in his hand, and he got away in the woods, so there was no booze left. Yeah, big D, and that doesn't surprise me. You've been in Facebook jail a bunch of times too. You lost the flip flops, okay. Oh, anyway, I started to tell you about Megan going to the YMCA summer camp while I was working during the summertime. And she did that for 2 years. And the last summer that she did it, she was really tired all the time. And I mean, like, tired all the time. And the one night when I got home from work, we went for a bike ride. And the next morning when we got up, her knees were swelled up like footballs. Ah, I mean, they were huge. So I took her into the pediatrician, and they did a bunch of blood tests and stuff. And they gave me the name of a doctor that they wanted me to take her to that specialized in like rheumatoid arthritis. Told me to set an appointment with him, which I did. But a couple days later, the doctor called back and told me that they got all the test results back, blood tests and stuff. And she showed up with Lyme's disease. Oh, yeah, sleeping on the concrete would totally suck. Big D, you've had an exciting time. No, it was pretty advanced, Jess. It was probably from the summer before. So I started doing like a whole bunch of research on it because that's what I do. Yeah, but that's the thing. When I did the research on it, I read that the 21-day treatment that they have does nothing but treats the symptoms. It does not get rid of the Lyme's disease. And yeah, it was devised by a panel of 6 people, one of whom was a doctor, and the other 5 were in health insurance agents, health insurance companies. So yeah, the treatment's pretty worthless. So I read that. The doctor told me it was pretty advanced and to watch her for any neurological signs. And so like a couple weeks later, she was making lunch and she went blind for 5 minutes. Scared the crap out of both me and her. And I called the doctor and she told me to get her into the hospital in the emergency room. So I took her in the emergency, and the poor kid had everything tested on her, CAT scans and EKGs and everything. And I'm watching the chat at the same time I'm talking. Anyway, they did all these tests on her. It took all day. And the doctor, when he was all done, he sat in the emergency room. He sat down and told me, he said, okay, so I'm making an appointment for he says, I'm pretty sure it's the Lyme's disease. But he said, just in case, I'm making an appointment with a neurological specialist for her, and get back to your doctor too. So I made an appointment to take her back to the pediatrician. And when I got in there, her regular pediatrician was out for maternity leave. And this doctor that examined her and stuff, he came in and he's like, well, her 21 days is up, so she should be good. And I said, no, the other doctor told me she needed at least 2 treatments because it was so far advanced. And I argued with him for a while, and he finally agreed to give her medications for another month. And then he sat there and told me that her going blind was without a doubt a panic attack. And I was like, oh my God. Megan is like me, probably more. Tucker and Megan are more like me than the other 2 girls. We don't have panic attacks. So I was not real happy with that, but I didn't say anything. And then they gave me the name of a doctor that was in Plymouth to call and make an appointment because he was a specialist. So meanwhile, the day after they had called me and told me that she had Lyme's disease, the very next day I got laid off. So it was like I had 6 months on the insurance to take care of stuff. And I called the doctor in Plymouth, and they didn't have an appointment until like a month or so after the 6 months was up. I'm like, well, that's not going to work. So somebody told me the name of a doctor that was on the Cape that specialized in Lyme's disease, which I found out also in my research that the Cape is really a hot spot for Lyme's disease, which just thrilled me to no end. So anyway, so I called that doctor that was on the Cape, and I had to have a referral from the pediatrician. Well, he wasn't in the group that they were in. You know how doctors have different groups that they always like refer each other within the group? So, yeah, so he wasn't in the group. So I sat and thought about it overnight, and then I called my doctor's office in the morning, and I lied through my teeth. I told him that the other doctor that was off the Cape had recommended that I go to this doctor that was on the Cape, that I take her in there. So I got all the paperwork and I got all the referral and made the appointment with that doctor. And meanwhile, her appointment came up with the neurologist. So I took her in there, and that doctor, after examining her, told me that her going blind and stuff was a symptom that when she got to be a teenager, she was going to have migraines. Which, by the way, was also just total bullshit. I was like, okay, whatever. So I finally got her into the specialist, and I told him that my insurance was just about out. I told him about what the other doctors had said, and he sat there and laughed his ass off. He says it was the Lyme's disease. They're out of their minds. So he gave me 2 medicines, and I wish I remembered what they were, but he told me the same thing. The 21-day treatment does nothing but treats the symptoms, and it's a way for the insurance companies to get out of having to cover it, because you get the 21-day treatment, and no matter how you're feeling, or if you've still got symptoms, or it's getting worse, or what, after the 21 days, they tell you that it's not Lyme's disease anymore, and they're not going to cover it. So that's what that does. But anyway, he gave me 2 medications for her, and I remember he told me that they were the same thing that they give people that get malaria. And he said the first pill was going to, like, basically, because it hides in your body, and he says the first pill was going to open up the doors, and the second pill would kill it. So, but he told me it would get a lot worse before it got better. And it did. Oh my God, that poor kid, for like a month, she had great big black circles under her eyes, and she just looked so horrible. Poor kid. But he gave me a prescription for a year, and he said this should take care of it. Get it all filled while you still have your insurance. And he says if she has any symptoms after a year, get a hold of me. Well, she didn't have any symptoms after a year. It was gone. And he told me that she would be, all her life, she might get some symptoms here and there, because you never fully recover from it, but she would never ever get it again. Even if she was exposed to it again, she would be immune to it. So that's what happened with that. But yeah, it goes with the old saying that I've always said, you know what they call the doctor that finished last in medical school? Doctor. So there you go. But anyway, she pretty much doesn't feel it anymore. When we moved to Montana, like about after the year was up, it was maybe 6 months later, we moved to Montana. Exactly, Bob. Exactly. Insurance companies wrote that 21-day treatment for Lyme's disease, and there are a lot of people suffering from it. But you know what was weird is, about 10 years later, my oldest daughter, Jessica, one of her good friends, got Lyme's disease, and they gave her the 21-day treatment, and they wouldn't do anything else, and she was getting steadily worse. So Jessie called me to get the name of that doctor on the Cape, And I couldn't remember his name, but I remembered where his office was. So I started looking for him on the computer. And when his name popped up right away, because he is the leading expert on Lyme's disease in the world. How the hell did I luck into that? So yeah, Megan's fine now. When we got to Montana, she couldn't ride her bike because her knees still hurt so bad, even though, she'd been through all the treatment and stuff. But her knees hurt whenever she tried to ride her bike, and she wasn't very old. She was like 10. And she was crying, and she asked me if she could ever ride her bike again. And what I did is every morning we would go for a bike ride. And like say her knees hurt, but we started out, we would just go like down the driveway 6 feet until she said her knees hurt, and then we'd quit, and then we'd do it again the next morning. And then pretty soon we were going down to the end of the street. And then pretty soon we were going a couple blocks. And then within a couple months we were riding all over hell on our bikes. So we did get that done. Okay, I missed stuff because somebody said, I'm sorry to hear that, Ginger, and I totally missed what she said. And yeah, migraines do suck. Okay, I gotta scroll back. Your sister has Lyme's, yeah. Yeah, there is so many people like that, Ginger, because they fucking won't treat it because the insurance companies don't want to treat it. They give them the 21 days and they say that's all they're getting. Unfortunately, the doctor that I took Megan to, and I was so lucky. Somebody was really watching out for her because I had an appointment with a different doctor, and then I lied and got that appointment with the doctor on the Cape because I couldn't wait because of insurance. And how the hell did I end up with the leading expert in the world on it? I don't know. But unfortunately, now he's retired because I was checking on him for somebody else that had it here about 6 months ago, and I found out that he's retired now. Yep, insurance companies have too much power. And that's what it is. That 21-day treatment that they give for it was devised by insurance companies. And it has it's worthless. It's just totally worthless. But like I say, I got really lucky with Megan because she doesn't have it anymore. And most people aren't that lucky. But oh man, when she first started on that medicine, oh, she looked like hell. We went, my aunt and my cousin, and we made a trip up to Niagara Falls and stuff. And to see some caverns that were up there and stuff, to some caves. We went down the caves. It was a fun trip. But all the pictures of Megan were just like, oh man, she looked bad. Great big black circles under her eyes and stuff. Poor kid. Exactly, Ginger. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, have you guys ever been to Niagara Falls? We went up to Niagara Falls and took the boat ride down below the falls, and then we were up at the top of the falls and stuff. It's pretty impressive. But I will never forget, up at the top of the waterfalls, they have like a big landing area where you can stand and watch the water drop off over the cliff and stuff at the very top, and rails around it and stuff. And there's signs there, just like right where the water's dropping off. There's warning signs there. It said, "Do not, no swimming." I'm like, really? You need to put up signs telling people not to go swimming there right before the falls drop off? I was like, Jesus. Yeah, Niagara Falls, it's kind of like really touristy, but it's still pretty cool because it's just impressive. It's really impressive. But don't go swimming. There's signs up at the top that say no swimming. Yeah, I know, huh, Ginger? They should just let natural selection take care of it. Hey, if you want to go swimming, go ahead. And I don't remember where it was, and I think we were in New York, heading up the falls, and I took some pictures of this house that was just really cool. It was like painted all different colors with stripes and stuff on it. It was really awesome. You only go to waterfalls to swim? Well, go ahead, Jess. Niagara Falls. There you go. You just got to climb the rail. Ignore the signs. That's fine. I would have liked to have seen them. They've frozen a couple times in my lifetime, and I think that would be awesome to see when they were totally frozen. That would be really cool looking. Those signs are for other people. Yep, yep. Well, the rice fish are out and about. Where's Cumberland Falls at? In Oregon, there's Multnomah Falls, which is pretty cool too, but it's not compared to Niagara Falls. Oh, in Kentucky, okay. Yeah, when I grew up in Oregon, I went to Multnomah Falls a lot, and then if you take the back road that goes up the hill, there's a whole bunch of waterfalls up there. Smaller ones, but they're really pretty. Yeah, there is a lot to do. I remember this guy I was living with took me up to the top of the mountain there. What is it? Mount Washington? I think it's Mount Washington. But I was like, oh, it like took us 20 minutes to get to the top on a windy little country road going 25 miles an hour. And we get up there and he's like, you can see 4 states from here. He was so proud of it. Because you can see like Connecticut and Massachusetts and New Hampshire. And I'm not sure what other state. But anyway, it wasn't very high. I was like, I didn't say anything to him, but I was like, geez, go up to the top of Mountain Hood. It takes you 2.5 hours on the freeway driving 75 miles an hour to get up to Timberline. They used to always say that about the dam in the Dalles, Oregon, that there was like divers went down there to work on the dam, and they said there were sturgeon big enough there to eat a man. You can see 7 states from Lookout Mountain. That's pretty cool. Well, on the East Coast, there are mountains and the hills that they call mountains are pretty small compared to the West Coast. Sturgeons, yeah, the sturgeons in the Columbia River. Some of those guys are big. I hooked one time. We were sturgeon fishing. When you go sturgeon fishing, they have to be 3.5 feet long before you can keep them. And I think, if I remember right, they can't be over 6 feet. But they get a lot bigger than that. And I hooked one time. This friend of mine had a 21-foot boat. And I hooked one time that was dragging the boat all over the river. And there was no way in hell I was going to reel it in. And we ended up cutting the line after like an hour. It was a big one. They used to have some sturgeons at Bonneville Dam in one of their pools. They had there's a fish hatchery there that you can go to, and they had some big sturgeons in a pool, and they had some that were over 6 feet long when I was a kid. But I think my kids were little, so I was like in my 20s, and some idiot like got in there at night when it was closed and took a knife and climbed in the pool and killed all the sturgeons because people are idiots. Yeah, sturgeons are pretty awesome looking. They look like something from prehistoric times. In Oregon, along the Columbia River, during sturgeon season, the fishermen will be lining the banks. And a lot of old guys, and I mean, they'll be standing like 4 feet apart from each other all the way down the river, sturgeon fishing. And the thing with that is you'd better know how to cast, because if you don't cast into your own spot perfectly, everybody on the river is going to get mad at you. Hi, Alice. How are you? Yeah, Chewy, I'm not surprised. They just have like a short season on them along the Columbia and Oregon. I think it's like 2 weeks or something like that, and the rest of the time you better not be catching no sturgeon. It's the wrong day. Yeah, I decided I'm going to switch to Wednesdays for a while because Dr. Black has been, he started streaming just before me and he was cutting his streams short. And last night he because I didn't stream last night and he streamed for like 3 hours and it was a total blast. So I think I'm going to stick to Wednesday nights just so that he doesn't go cutting his stream short for me. Yeah, well, they like I say they're protected most of the time. Like when I lived in the Dalles and stuff, but there's like a 2 week season. I think it's about 2 weeks. I might be wrong on that. Don't quote me. But it's a fairly short season, and they have to be a certain size. They cannot be under, I think it's 3.5 feet, and they cannot be over 6 feet, if I remember right. But they might have changed it since I lived there. They might be totally protected now because I haven't lived there for a good 20 years, so they might have changed that too. Yeah, but that was fun, wasn't it, Chewy? That was a fun stream. So I decided I'm just going to do mine on Wednesday night so that he can have time to do his on Tuesdays without cutting it short. Because when he first started a couple weeks ago, he was cutting it off at like an hour and a half because that's when my stream started. So if I do my stream on Wednesdays, he doesn't have to cut it off. Yeah, his stream was fun. I'd say that's why I decided to go. I'm going to go ahead and leave mine on Wednesdays. And if any of you are not subscribed to him, you should be. Just so you know. I think he's only up to like 265 or something like that. So if you aren't subscribed to him, do it. It's Dr. Black 66. Yeah, Bob, it was from his days when he was playing in the band. He always wore black and they just started calling him Dr. Black. Oh, he's only got 209 subscribers. So, like I say, if anybody's not subscribed to him, you should be. And I'm going to post the link. Oh, you already got it, Candy. Right when I'm getting ready to post it, you already posted it. Doggone it. I should have known you'd do that. Yeah, anybody who isn't subbed to him, you should go sub to him. Yeah, I think he was joking, Bob. I think he was going to go take something himself. Oh, that was nice of you, Kiwi. Yep, Candy beat me to it. Yeah, he mentioned last night that he used to have to wear makeup, like Kiss. Yeah, that'd be cool to see, wouldn't it, Bobby? You should like use it for the what you call it on one of his streams or one of his videos. Yeah, you should. It's worth it, not Nola Jane. It was a lot of fun. Him and his wife were singing towards the end. It was really fun. Thumbnail. Yep, that's what I was trying to think of. Thank you, Bob. I'm getting old, you know. But yeah, so anyway, that is why I'm going to be streaming, I think, on Wednesdays from now on, so that he has lots of time to do his streams. It was Dr. Black Melvin. He said he used to, when he was in the band, he used to wear makeup. Yep, it's from beating up everybody, Chewy. I'm a mean old lady. You have to watch out for me. The chat has come to a standstill. Oh, that's nice, Monica. Beware of iris sign. Oh, I gotta finish a video. I was gonna do the unboxing video of some stuff that got sent to me, and I totally haven't done it yet because my battery charger quit working on my camera. So I had to order another one. So hopefully it'll be there tomorrow morning and I can get that done and put another video out. Oh, she has to be mean if she's a janitor at the high school. You must be able to fend for yourself. Email call for nominations to BOD for AM Life Bearers Association. What's BOD? Breeder something something. Oh, that sounds like a good one. Not Nola Jane. I'd love to do that. You'll have to make sure you do an unboxing so we can see it. Oh, board of directors. Okay. I saw somebody had some from my aquarium box, some botanicals, seed pods and stuff that they'd open up. I don't remember who it was now, but there was some awesome looking stuff. I'm very jealous. Yeah, they don't send anything regular mail anymore. Ed had gorilla somethings. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, okay. She's doing a giveaway. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome, Bob. Oh, it seems like membership would be up from what I see. Everybody's keeping fish, but and everybody's promoting joining clubs that are close to you and stuff. You'd think their memberships would be going up. Whoa, 21 years? That's a long time. Don't you hate it when videos won't upload? I did that a couple weeks ago. I was trying to upload one. And I finally gave up and did it in the morning because it just absolutely would not upload. Oh, that's kind of sad, Chewy. Like I said, it seems like it'd be going the other direction because everybody's promoting joining clubs on their streams and stuff and saying how good it is. If I had a club anywhere close to me, I'd be joining it. Hi, Shelby Ray. How are you? Unfortunately, there's nothing in Wyoming. There's hardly even any fish stores in Wyoming. Even Cheyenne, I think Cheyenne is one of the biggest cities in Wyoming, and there's no fish store there. Just a Petco, that's all it's there. A lot of people don't want to live in big cities. Well, I can understand that, but still, there's still a lot of people in big cities. I'm taking another 15 minutes. I'll probably shut the stream down. It's kind of quiet tonight. Oh, so where do you live, Big B? Which city do you live in? Okay, Monica, good night. Oh, that sucks not knowing Jane. Yeah, his guest was good. I missed the last, like, part of the end of it because I ran over to the store, but he was really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I've been up to Tacoma. I used to, one of my friends used to live in Tacoma when I lived in Oregon. I'd go up there once in a while. Or no, she did not live in Tacoma. I'll take that back. However, my favorite aunt lives in Tacoma. That's who lives in Tacoma, my aunt, my cousin. But my friend lived in Federal Way. And the freeway going up the Federal Way was a nightmare. I still remember that. He didn't know there'd be a test. Dan probably remembers his name. I don't remember his name. He was really interesting, though. He did a lot of wild collecting and stuff. Good night, Monica. Yeah, it was Jim Forshey. Oh my God, Candy, you missed the best story. Jim told it because he's older than Dan, and I guess he used to have when Dan was a kid, he would go over and like when he'd go out on his collecting trips on the Amazon and stuff, Dan would go over and take care of his fish for him. And one time he said that he was on the Amazon and he got back. Hi, Priscilla. And Dan had gone down to the pond that was below his house because he was always talking about how he loved native fish. So Dan had gone down to the pond, and he said a police officer stopped by and said that he shouldn't be having kids going out to his pond at midnight. So he knew he'd been down to the pond, but he said he noticed that he had like some of his fish seemed to be missing, but he had a heavily planted tank, so he figured they must be hiding in the tanks. And he said he was feeding some killifish, and a bass came out of the moss and ate one of the killifish because Dan had gone down and caught a whole bunch of bass and put one in each tank. And he was like really thinking that he was doing him this big favor. He was catching these native fish for him. So he put one in each one of his tanks. Oh my God. So don't ever let Dan take care of your fish room for you. Oh. Yeah, that made me laugh. So he told that story on Dan, and Dan was kind of turning a little bit red. Oh. Yeah, he was a little bit embarrassed. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Sheridan is quite a bit different than California. Good grief, Priscilla, you come in and all my fish died. What did you do? Is your puffer still laying eggs, Priscilla? Priscilla broke the rice fish. Yep. The tank was full of rice fish, and you come in and now there's no rice fish. Good morning, Sharpies. You got the snails, didn't you? I never did ask you if you got them. I never sent, I never sent you the tracking number, but I'm going to assume that you got them. You don't remember sending fish to Bob? Yeah, me too, Ed. I'm going to go back and watch Corey's live stream because I only watched part of it because I didn't want to miss Dan's. So, are you all in one piece tonight, John? Oh, Bob, I hope they get there okay. She told you last stream she would send you fish. Oh, God, you guys. Yeah, we have Dan here, so yeah, got the best trolls. And Bob. Dan and Bob. You had murdering yo-yo loaches? Huh. Oh, I haven't seen Maria Z tonight either. I wonder where she is. Oh no. That's cool, John. Did you disclose their criminal records? They wanted snails, though. Felony and misdemeanor. Uh, you may have failed to mention that. Oh dear. Okay, Jess. Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down here in a few minutes, anyways. It's getting late and quiet. Good night. Yep, everybody's getting tired. So I think I'll go ahead and shut it down. So good night, everybody, and thank you for coming in. And I will see you next Wednesday. Good night, everybody.